Welcome to Arlington, Texas. Savor them while you can, football fans. Just 2 weeks left in our regular season as we get underway in Week 17. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Cowboy 80.
A give now from the gun. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Here's the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. That's a 9-yard pickup, and it gives him a 3rd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Sending the tight end in motion left. Back to the well again. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Along the sideline inside the 25. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
That's complete right side. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And a 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Man in motion, out of the slot. Handoff on 2nd and short. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Looky here, you don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10.
Hurt.
Back-to-back carries here. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Second and 6 coming up here.
60 Bison. Check, Panther.
They give it to him again. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Extra defender in the secondary now for the Chargers. 3rd down coming.
Set up.
Give to the fullback, diving straight ahead. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. And it falls incomplete. And that play doesn't get it done. We've got a turnover on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything. And boy, did they ever attack it.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play, but they will take that execution every time.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Another carry for him. And he gets him around 6 there. That was Micah Parsons making that play. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Yeah, Kate, a run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
They just get the play off. And that is how our 1st quarter will end, as that pass falls incomplete. So we're through one as everyone tries to stay warm on what has been a very cold night. A couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. The Chargers lined up in punt formation. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. He'll start from the 39. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. That goes as a punt of 43 yards. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Go!
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it will largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Plowing up the middle. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run in crossing that 1st down marker.
Here we go, here we go. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Ready?
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Backed up now after the penalty. It's third down.
Come on, set. Ready?
Pass play now. Dumped off to his running back. And he's brought down after a short gain.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. No return on that punt. And the Chargers take possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Herbert. On the move, headed right. Dump off to his fullback. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
He sent a man in motion. On third down, Herbert connects on the crosser. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
He's got it near the 10. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. It's a pickup of 5, and that brings up 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Going ground game again here. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Just a couple on that play. It's going to be 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Third time's the charm. He gets it again. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Chargers get the game's first points here in the 2nd. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Returning from the 18-yard line. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down. Working quickly here.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. The Cowboys pushing for a late spark before halftime. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Let's go now. Check go.
Throwing now, off play action. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
You're going to go play action, Kate. You've got to sell. If you don't convince that defense you're running it, or if it's a situation where you never run the ball, you really do leave your quarterback dead in the water, vulnerable against a defense who will storm right past that fake and right into that pocket.
And not only does he go in the wrong direction, but he stopped for a net loss on the return. Took the return wrong direction there. Not sure what was going on. Actually loses yards. And it's going to be their football coming up. From the pistol, it's Herbert. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
2nd and 10 now. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So that brings up 4th and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
And that one won't flip the field at all. It's down just beyond the 40-yard line. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Shot alert! Ready! Cougar 19!
Here's the lone back on the handoff. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Stopped by Deion Henley. Here we go, 2nd and 9. He's got Quentin Johnson, complete. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They have themselves another 1st and 10.
Head to 60. Head to go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Set. Cardinal. Cowboy 80.
Handoff now out of the gun. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Ready? 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Ready.
Back to throw. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know it's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Throwing from the gun. Buying some time right. Catch is made in close. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And look at this return. And he's out of bounds at the 45-yard line. They'll take that every time. Great field position to begin this drive.
Everyone spends time in that locker room, Kate. Offensively, defensively, rewriting your scripts, putting your adjustments and plans together for the second half. Special teams, guys, well, that's exactly how they wanted to start this second half, with an explosion and setting their offense up for success.
To the right and pulled in by McConkey. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Cowboys territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Handoff to the back. Moving on into the red zone. He goes the distance. Touchdown, LA! The Chargers grow the lead coming out of halftime. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock. And how about that effort then to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on a stat sheet, but sometimes that helps finish a play isn't arriving quick enough, and you're the only one, the last line of defense. And in that moment, you got to scratch, you got to claw, you got to tear to make the stop, because a broken tackle, well, can mean a touchdown.
The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. The return starts at the 18. And he finally steps out, but it seems the damage has been done. That's down inside the enemy 40.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams in a play like that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on a short field, and you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize and find that end zone.
They'll run here on first down. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
And there was really nowhere to go there. Just a small push to the 37. 3 yards puts them back on the right track. Now they've got 3rd and 9.
79 Broncos.
Now looking to throw. That's incomplete left side.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, we chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Coming off the edge, and it's blocked. They've got the block near midfield.
That protection has got to be able to hold up for a few seconds. It has to. Those are points that aren't going on the board now, and wasted effort by their teammates to get them to this point.
So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Herbert from the gun. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that's just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Herbert now. Finds him on the crossing route. And they bring him down around the 34. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he'll be stopped after getting this down to the 31.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
From the 31. Has him on the quick hitter. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. 16 yards on the play. And the Chargers will have a first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll come up 1st and 10. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Situational football. Looking at 1st and goal, these defenses know what's coming at them. More often than not, a run play. It really is better to throw the ball unless you've got a way to disguise the run, and there was no disguising on that one.
Back to the well again. Fights across for the touchdown. The Chargers take a 20-zip lead. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just...
Pressure off left, and it's blocked! Looks like the Cowboys got it! Ooh, and I think he envisioned this one going all the way back for 2, but they're able to track him down and limit the damage to just that blocked kick. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Return coming from the 14. And that nearly got him to midfield. He's out of bounds just a yard or 2 short.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. And he hit a seam and got it to the opposing 44. Offense up to the line fast. From the 44 here on 2nd down. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season.
Let's go.
1st and 10, looking to throw. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
60 Bison. Here we go. Here we go. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Go.
Still sticking with the passing game. Lays out left side and gets it. Offense in the hurry up here.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
He'll throw it yet again. Gets it to him on the screen. And this one doesn't go far.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break out something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Johnston brings it in. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. So as the clock winds down to a new year, we wind down to our final quarter. That's the end of 3. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Third down, 1 yard to go.
Let's go now. Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready?
Here's a give up the middle. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
19, 18.
Fullback dive up the gut. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
This is why it's so important not to overcommit to the team's lead runner. It went to a secondary ball carrier, and they cut him down for a big red zone stop.
On 2nd and 9. Pass it down close. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. They'll try and punch it in. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. Working quickly here.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Wrap goal 80. Panther 60. Panther 60. Hut, hut.
Another chance for him. It looked like they had it, but nope, no gain. And now they're just inches short for 3rd down.
Well, now things get a little dicey for this offense. 1 down left before a big decision to make. Do you continue to try running it against a front that stopped you? Or are you now forced to put the ball?
And he gets in. Touchdown! The Cowboys get it back to within 2 possessions. All right, Brock, wondering your thought here, because to me it felt like they already had a play picked out to go for it on 4th down if that sneak hadn't worked. Do you agree?
Well, by they, if you mean the guys in the booth or on the sideline, sure. But the 11 on the field, that effort just showed you they were not thinking about anything else but pushing it across the line.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys drop the lead back to 13. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Set. Set.
Play action now for Herbert. Cut out left. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Well, after that play, training staff is headed out. That's one of their top guys who's shaken up. And they're going to need him back for the upcoming postseason. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. On 1st down, they'll run. Open space inside the 40. A pickup there of 39. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And this is down to the 5-yard line before they can stop him. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
And he's over the line and in. Touchdown, LA! The Chargers make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Far from the first time we've broken down one of his touchdowns in this game, partner, but man, they seem to get more impressive every time.
And I don't care, Kate, if they're all 1-yard plungers, if you're up over 300 yards. A 4-touchdown game will forever live among your greatest career highlights. You can go several games without even scoring one. So to get 4 in one contest, you'll never, ever forget it.
That one right down the middle. And the Chargers push the lead to 20. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Short kick here, fielded at the 15. And he's well across the 45, almost all the way to midfield before going out.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams in a play like that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on a short field, and you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize and find that end zone.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Go.
2nd and 4. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Cowboy 80.
Looking for a throw here. Setting up the screen. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
It's 4th down.
70 Timberwolves.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. They connect for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Throwing it again here. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Cowboys hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys get it back to within 2 possessions. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys drop the lead back to 13. Get their own kickback? Yes! What a play! Timing's so important for a team to recover its own onside kick, but jumped the gun there before it went 10 yards, and that drew the flag. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Plowing up the middle. He still has room inside the 30. And he's finally taken down at the 7-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the 2nd one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead.
Hey, go Lion.
Back-to-back carries here. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
They give it to him again. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal.
Balin tight. Go.
Another carry for him. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers have likely locked up the win right there. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Fielded at the 14. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Clock working against him here as they hurry to that line. Here's 2nd and 5. That throw finds Johnston. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Final timeout taken by the Cowboys. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down.
19 Lion. Mustang 19. Hook.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And it sets up 2nd down.
Ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
Go. Panther 11. Panther 11. Hut, hut.
2nd and 10 now. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. 3rd down coming up.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
Here he is on 3rd and long. That's going to be caught by Cooks. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. So we thought he was beat deep and was going to give up the catch anyway. The interference call did indeed come out. So the drive continues after that pass interference call. We've got 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Tracking 60. 19 tight. 19 tight. Trap 60. Trap 60. Ready, ready.
They are throwing it again. Throwing deep for the end zone. And the defender comes away with it. And the Chargers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. So the Chargers take this one on the road. And this winning streak continues to grow as they claim their 4th victory in a row. So for Brock Ewart, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the Chargers as we say so long from Dallas.
Being on some chill, we go 0 to 100 real quick. They be on that rap to pay the bills, and I don't feel it, not even a little bit. Oh Lord, know yourself, know your worth. My actions being louder than my words. How you sold, but still sold down to earth. Wanna do it, we can do it on their turf. Oh Lord, I'm the rookie and the vet. Shout out to the I ain't holding down the set. All up in my phone looking at pictures from the other night. She gon' be upset if she keep scrolling to the left, dog. She gon' see some that she don't wanna see. She ain't ready for it. If I ain't the greatest, then I'm headed for it. Yeah, that mean I'm way up. Yeah, the 6 ain't friendly, but that's where I lay up. Lay up. I been Steph Curry with the shot. Been cooking with the sauce. Chef Curry with the boy. 360 with the wrist, boy. Hey, who the is, boy? OVO, man, we really with boy. Yeah, really with the. I should probably sign a hit, boy, cause I got all the hits, boy. All that Drake, you gotta chill. I be on my little mouse drill. All that rap to pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rappers pay my bills. All up on TV, I thought it made me richer. Wasn't paying me enough, I needed something quicker. So now I'm all in Nico basement, working on the phones. Either that or drive the money mark to make the pickups. Man, it's 2008, I'm trying to paint the picture. Comeback season in the works and now I'm thinking bigger. I got in the studio every night, late night. Gotta watch it, don't wanna make them sicker. That's my oh Lord, got a whole lot to show for it. I mean, we could really get it, we could go for it. I'm just here for the Bucks and the Billies. Don't make me one of the ghosts for it. I run it, they like go for us, run for us, run for us, go for us. Yeah, I mean you already wrote for us. Damn, what's one more quote for us? Oh Lord, who else sounded like this? They ain't made me what I am, they just found me like this. I was ready, I've been ready since my dad used to tell me he would come into the house to get me. He ain't show valuable lesson, man, I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick. Whole squad on that real. 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick. Real quick. 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick. Whole squad on that real. 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick. Real quick. Whole squad on that rip. Yeah. The other night, Lavishly told me that I'm all these people listen to. She said they love me unconditional. Imagine how I feel to watch another at the top. You know that if you wasn't you, you would be dissing you, dog. Damn. Okay, from that perspective, I see what you talking about. No way to soften that. Cause me, I was trying to find out where I lost them at, but maybe I ain't lose them at all. Maybe I keep moving forward and they're just stagnant, they ain't moving at all. But when they need a favor, who do they call? Maybe I'm searching for the problems, asking what was said and who was involved. Too focused on people's feedback and proving them wrong. They say the shoe can always fit no matter who for this song. These days feel like I'm squeezing in them. Whoever won before just wasn't thinking big enough, I'm about to leave them with them. Cause if I run the game in these, man, the seams are splitting. No pun intended, but they smelling defeat in the air. Headed where nobody took it, who meeting me there? They tell him that he talking crazy, but he doesn't care. Being humble don't work as well as being aware. Listen up, boy, you better off eavesdropping. We already got spring 2015 popping. P&D dropping, reps up P dropping, Magic Jordan dropping, Obi dropping, not to mention me dropping. Feel like we paid the refs off, man, we fixed the game. Me and Noel been at it before Twitter names. Yeah, been on the move like the lease is up. And I can't even name one person that's keeping up. Damn, how it was in the past tense. Ask yourself, how do we match up now? Cause I'm only 27 and I'm only getting better. If I haven't passed you yet, watch me catch up now, for real.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Yeah. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Both feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got it, but shouted he not out. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now, don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, get before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall in Shack now. Still push a button to let the roof on the lag down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling.
Bring 'em out,